finances, health, relationships, social contracts, social debts, politics, where we need to be going, regrets. 1,000 things that could steal the moment, could swamp the mind, feel like they're so important, but they're actually key points of distraction from the now, from the only thing that you have, the present, and your time on earth, the most valuable thing no matter what. I'm going questing. Here's the first find. You can see what happened. Bike was leaned here, fell over, that snapped off. Oh, you know, bummer. Slightly older looking slug, and I didn't cut that. There's my new mark. You see it's got rings going around it. Next find, you rodent out of the bank. You usually don't look over here because it's right by where the targets are, I want to say, traditionally put up. Yeah, you see lots of bits and bullets, but it was screaming out. And it's another wheat penny, so let me clean this up. And it's a 53, San Francisco. Right on. We'll take that for sure. That might be my daughter. Working this insidious bank. I don't want to dig on it, so I'm doing teeny tiny little holes and hunting with full sensitivity on through this crazy veg pea on these slopes. You can see the steepness of it, and it's got gulper holes which send false signals all the time. But just got, oh, I thought it was a wheat penny. So, about all that stuff, what you can do, just choose your favorite thing. It doesn't have to be metal detecting or even treasure hunting. It could be fishing, skipping perfectly little flat stones, stacking them if you don't have water, walking around with a camera in the middle of a city and taking pictures of the architecture. Pick your most favorite thing that you like doing, you know, and have it as your standby. When you're stressed out in those moments when you're just going to explode and you need an escape, have your little emergency plan, you know. Carry your fishing rod in the back, carry your little bucket that you always put your rocks in when you're collecting them or you're rock counting. Have that in the trunk of your car, you know, and it'll seem out of place at first, but it's just have it be your automatic standby, you know, and your timeout zone, and wherever you are, if you can, go on a little quest, you know. It can be a journal. I've been stuck in places both physically and just in reality where you can't go a lot of places because of conditions. You know, have your little journal that you write in, draw in, doodle in. Have your, you know, your Rubik's Cube that you sit there and work on. Just have a standby. Have your favorite thing that you do. And that can really help. It can bring you back down. It can help you save a lot of time. You know, stress is the killer. So when you feel it, you know, it's just something to already have organized. I can't always choose what I want to do when I'm in a funk already and I'm in a rut. So if I look in the truck and I see that there's the detector there, I can just head out and go on to automatic until you start feeling better, you know. And you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to everybody around you, so don't be afraid to take time and get yourself back into feeling like a human again. It's important. And the beauty's right out there. It'll just grab you and fix you right up. And no, not all your problems will be solved, but you can feel a little bit better in the here and now. Going back to the truck and digging in the parking lot, dunk, 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 dunk. And literally that deep down right there, I'm thinking, I just wanted to just tone in. I haven't found any coins or anything really, a couple zincs. Not sure that this is tied into the old cabin sites. There are a couple down here, but this is kind of like where people have tractored in and pushed it out and stuff. Everybody pulls up and gets out, so I was thinking that, you know, more modern stuff. But this just popped out of the dirt. That deep. I set it back in there because when I flipped it out, it was in this real compacted, layery dirt. But I flipped it over, realized what it was. Look at that. It's a buckle. And that is awesome. So, it looks a little silvery. It was screaming, and because it was so shallow, and you see this here, this is like where the hillside's sliding down into the parking lot, so I didn't think it could be anything old, you know. But look at it. It's got a little bit of ornateness to it. Ornate. Little scroll work and leaves in the corner. Let's open the back. That'll tell us a little bit more about how it's made. And a little cohesion. Okay, let me turn you off for a second. Okay. It opens and closes. You can see it had little cleats to it that crimped down on the belt. The belt slid through there. And there's the patterning on it. It feels pretty antique, or it's meant to be antique. But being in the context of this site, I am, well, probably within about 700 feet, maybe 1,000 feet, maybe 1,200 feet of where I found the gold coin and stuff. So in between a bunch of cabins, alongside old campgrounds, early 1900s, late 1800s era fishing cabins and stuff, in case you haven't seen any of the other videos, you know, out at this location. So that could be pretty old. And it's definitely made my day. I don't know if you can make it out. It looks like it's probably copper under there with silver clad. And got decent weight. And its vibration feels old, man. Yeah, I think I got it. Little cabin, steps down, another little cabin, another little cabin. The ones on beyond it, found the belt buckle right there. This isn't just a wide pull out. This is one of those cute spots in front of cabins. All over on the hills back here you find different little water cisterns, spring taps, loop hits, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it matches the description. And that's a layer that's on top of the earlier layers. $67, not bad. And coins are falling over the edge. But it's not a buffalo nickel or an Indian head or a gold coin. But we'll keep trying. Give me a couple more minutes. Hours, days. It's been 2 hours since I turned on this camera. blast. And I found a lot of things, but I must have been exploring through some really rough areas. You can see here all the different, you know, it's pretty rough. That must have sucked. Getting brain dead. This has been a 4-hour hunt. Pushing for that last grand find. But we started with a good one, so. Whew. Okay. This was a typical hunt throughout the campground, but I put some hours into it. That was a 5 or 6 hour hunt. This is all of the targets. Holy moly, there's a lot, right? But we're gonna keep it pretty simple. These are the zinc pennies. 2 nickels, 75, and a 95, and a 99 dime. These are our copper pennies, pre-1983. Our oldest is a 66. Not bad condition there for a 66. They range all the way up to 1983. We have 3/4, US 25 cents. These are all bullets that have been shot and smashed into things and flattened out. This, I was wondering, were you round? No way of telling, right? And then this, I'm seeing the rings on there, so my brain wants to go, it's an old mini ball, you know, cut and whittled on. Do you see that? We did have soldiers out here. The road I live off of, that's called, what it is now, is actually called Old Soldier Road by the locals. But, not sure. It's like it's about 2/3 of the way there. It's been cut for some reason. It had those 2 rings going around the bottom. Not sure, I'd love to know. Fishing debris. Here's a cool rock that was too dirty to show you in the field, but I knew that it had potential. Not sure it's really showing its flare right now. These are all different shells that we recovered today. Zipper pieces, melted aluminum, grommets, bottle caps. We have a wheat penny from 1953, not bad. And then the star of the day. Look at that. So that showed up early on and blew my mind. As usual, in a spot where just you wouldn't be expecting it of all the other spots. But yeah, just gorgeous, right? Look at it. It would have sat like that. And the belt passed through that way. It opens and closes to crimp on it. And when I got it cleaned up, let me show you this. Not only does it still work, which I think is really awesome, but look. There's what you always dream about finding when you get a relic, a patent number 1783854. Patent number 1783854. You see it was stamped and then coated in silver and detailed, and yeah, that's how it sat. Enjoys it. I hope that you have found adventure in your moment today or this week, that you enjoy being alive, and we'll see you next time. Remember, you can like, share, subscribe, comment.